So back on the bike, did a long one yesterday, powerful. So today just doing a couple hours spinning, and I think maybe an hour up here I'll stop and comment a little bit about comfort on a bike. Here is my normal route out. It soon gets pretty empty along the Yongsangang, but you can go for miles. And yeah, I often cycle on the other side of the river. But comfort's really important for me, for long distance cyclists. And I have a few things to say that I've discovered, you know, since I started biking a year ago. Seriously, I've only just within the last month begun to consider myself a cyclist, getting the necessary knowledge, hours and hours of learning about cycling, you know, through videos and books and talks with people. Oh, we gotta be careful. Beautiful summer day. But also the knowledge of just coming to terms with my bike. The bike's like a lover, and you know, lovers have that little period where they got to figure out whether they're fit or not, and part of that is also just can you fit together? Can you make it work? So I'm gonna put my head down, hit my 30k an hour, relax. Looks like I'll have a headwind coming back, so that's good. And I'll stop halfway and have some water and a bar and discuss a little bit about comfort and the bike. Over and out. So here we are, taking a little rest. Today's break day. Had a really hard time trial yesterday, 100k, and did really well. Great to know you're making progress. Heading back into Mokpo. I just came up the other side of that peninsula, and I'm going to check out this. This is my normal route, but it just opened up. Usually I had to take the road and not go around this peninsula on the river, but now, as you can see, all along is this huge walkway, bikeway. Koreans are fantastic at building this infrastructure. Just everywhere you'll go on and find a highway in the middle of nowhere that's just perfect. Nobody on it. But having my Dr. Yu, I thought I'd say a few words about comfort and fit on a bike. Because basically the last year I've been learning how to become a cyclist. And my goal, and I've finally arrived, I've hit semi-nirvana, I'd say, of being comfortable on the bike. And it took a lot of detective work. And I went through a lot of things. So very quickly, I'd just like to tell you some of the things I learned and some of the things I tried out that worked for me. Comfort and fit. First, the fit part, because that's like a subset of comfort. Comfort's really a wide term, but pedals, I'll talk about the three touch points, 3 places where you touch the bike, and then how to adjust them so that they're all working together and comfortable. Pedals first, your feet touch the pedals, of course. I have some flat pedals. I like them for long distance. You can move your feet around, adjust positions, and yeah, I don't think there's too much more to say about that. Seat is the next point, and seat height. Set them by just making sure your leg is straight when the pedals are in the 5 o'clock position like they are now. And that way when they get to the, you know, the 12 o'clock position, you should have a little bend in them, in your leg. And set the seat height. Trial and error with seats. I prefer a hard one. I think everybody should start there. Soft saddles can cause all sorts of problems. And my last one was just a little too soft and cushiony. So I went with a 3D printed saddle, and it works great. Set your seat initially like right in the middle. And then you can adjust it forward or backwards depending, but start there. Next is where your hands touch. Steering wheels, or handlebars they call them. And really this is the trickiest part, I think, for adjustment. First, there's two things. There's reach and then there's height. And I guess height comes into play with reach. Last year, I just was always in pain. I could ride 1 hour or two and I'd be fine. But anything after that, I'd have all sorts of weird pains and niggles and things. And mostly it was from the front of the bike and the reach. So several things I did, and which you should look out for, is first the height. This is a entry-level racing bike, and I really like that it was aggressive feel, but it's really low, especially for my length of legs. So try putting some spacers in there. I eventually had to get an extender because it just wouldn't take the number of spacers. So as you can see, there's a nice stack or nice height on that. But really, my problems weren't solved in terms of reach until I shortened the stem, this stem part here. For a racing bike, they usually come with 100, 110. Mine was 110, and it was just way too far out the reach, even when I adjusted the saddle forward. And I changed that to 60, and it was just perfect. The extra thing I did is I rolled up the handlebars, and you can roll the handlebars, just loosen them up and tilt them up. You might lose a little bit of feel when you go to the drops, but it'll pull the hoods in, and if you need that to help with your reach, go for it. Also, for comfort, I put the hoods in at about a 10% angle. I really like the feel like that and how it rides. That really helped me also. Other aspects of comfort on the bike are really too detailed, but include clothing and shoes and just changing up your position quite often when you're riding. Which will make a difference too. You get into crank sets, they can make a difference. I found that for myself, I was getting saddle sores last year after about 6 or 7 hours. And what really helped was when I went to the 3D printed saddle, which has lots of holes in it, and I got some ventilation, and most of the saddle sores were caused by friction. Believe it or not, it's true, but most people get saddle sores on their left side. I don't know why, maybe because we're right-legged or not, but that's where I got mine too. But that extra ventilation really helped. And but for a long time I was really greasing up my whole ass and everything. Other things that can help comfort on the bike, really double taping your handlebars, or some nice padded tape can really help and make a difference, and just have a nice comfortable spot there. Tires, these came with 23 inch tires, not 23 inch tires, 23 centimeters wide tires. I changed them now to 28, and luckily I could get those, there was space, and I could put those on the bike, and it made a huge difference on the comfort of the bike. And it also made a huge difference in punctures. I really haven't had one puncture, other than dragging my bike through the bush, getting lost, and I mean, that was not really caused by riding it. So widen your tires and lower the pressure as you widen the tire, and you'll feel a lot more comfortable too. So I'm gonna head road and do my thing. Hopefully some of these tips were worthwhile, and share your own in the comments. Thanks for watching. Oh, I forgot. Free tip, seeing that you watched this far. So I'm going to try to give these little tips at the end. Really simple one. I'm a cheapo, as you know. Everything's cheap on my bike and cheap everywhere. I used to buy these Bolle sunglasses. I really love Bolle. They fit my face. I like the look and style and comfort. But lost my old pair, went to buy a new pair, and it was like, you know, 230 bucks. And Jesus Christ, you know. Then I got to talking to a friend who worked in a factory, and he said he had Bolles and he only paid $9 for his. And I thought, what the hell? And sure enough, same quality, same grade, same specs, same everything. Those sons of a bitches also sell them for $9 to workers in factories en masse. So I forked out my $9, got a pair of safety Bolle glasses, but they're the same as everything. Scratch resistant, feel, look, everything. So if you want a pair of cycling glasses, great quality on the cheap, go for the Bolle safety glasses. You don't even have to order them from China. Naked Alive, over and out.